posted, the 8th of May 2018, 6 hours 18 minutes and 46 seconds PM MDT updated, the 8th of May 2018, 11 hours 9 minutes and 46 seconds PM MDTAbout. 90 people gathered in Lyons to celebrate another milestone in the recovery from the 2013 flood Tuesday afternoon with a ribbon-cutting ceremony for the rejuvenated and newly named McConnell Bridge. The bridge, which runs over the Vrain Creek to connect McConnell Drive and U.S. 36, was destroyed by the flood, with the east and west sides separated by overflowing ponds and a rerouted streamflow. While the town took temporary emergency protective measures to route the creek back into its pre-flood channel and established a temporary gravel road with culverts over the floodwaters, Tuesday marked the completion and opening of the permanent replacement bridge. The observance was capped by the crowd of jubilant residents, including dozens of school children who used their lunch break to attend the event, walking across the freshly paved bridge under a cloudless spring sky. Many residents recalled their memories of the flood and trying to escape the deadly rushing waters that came with 17 inches of rain over just 8 days. "I was trapped when it happened in the middle of the night on Apple Valley Road. It was weird. I remember waking up in the middle of the night and hearing the sirens. We had to stay on Apple Valley for 3 days until the National Guard came," 14-year-old Lyons High School freshman Aiden Christensen said. His classmate, Noah Sangelo, 15, was forced to find shelter on foot. "I had to hike over the mountains with a bunch of hippies," Sangelo said. "I'm just glad we can cross this smoother bridge now to get to school instead of going over all those potholes." Claudia Keene, who lives in the Lyons Valley Park neighborhood just west of the bridge over the street, said she watched the original overpass crumble from the porch of a riverfront home on McConnell Drive. "I feel like we're back better than ever before," she said. "I watched this side of it crumbling, right about where we're standing, breaking off more and more, asphalt just falling into the river, and saw a flaming propane tank go down the river, fast, really rapid. As more of it broke off, the river was able to slow down and widen." Lyons Mayor Connie Sullivan emceed the event, remarking on the resilience of the town's residents in their flood recovery efforts before introducing guest speakers that included representatives from the offices of U.S. Sens. Michael Bennett and Corey Gardner, as well as State Division of Homeland Security and Emergency Management and Department of Local Affairs officials. "It's amazing to see how long it takes to recover from an event like this. I hate to say the federal government doesn't always make it that much easier, it makes it a little harder sometimes, even though there are great resources we are able to provide," said Jake Thompson, Regional Director of Bennett's office. Sens. Bennett and Gardner and Congressman Jared Polis, "We've been trying our best to cut the red tape. Even last week, we had to engage FEMA about a number of projects here in Boulder County that have been held up or not reimbursed. We are ready to stand by you and help continue your work. Restoring the ponds just west of the river that the bridge also spanned prior to the flood is still in the works for Lyons. The bridge reconstruction was funded with $2.2 million total between the Federal Emergency Management Agency and Colorado Community Development Block Grant Disaster Recovery Program. Contractors Actord won the bid, breaking ground on the project in November. Lyons was among the hardest-hit communities in Boulder County. The town was undaunted. "You rolled up your sleeves and went to work." The intrepid spirit of Lyons has been shown during its recovery from the flood many times since then, said Ryan Hansen, a field representative for Gardner's office. The new bridge has a more flood-resistant design than the previous crossing, Lyons said in a news release. Its opening provides a primary connection from U.S. 36 to 2 housing subdivisions, as well as Lyons High School and 55 acres of town parkland. After today, people are going to drive across this bridge, and probably a lot of them aren't going to think anything of it, but for the people who lived here for 5 years, none of us will cross this bridge without the biggest smile on our face because we'll know exactly what went into this, Sullivan said. And I think the people who live here will get a kick out of watching people come back and forth with these silly grins on their faces for the next several months. The ceremony opened with a history lesson from longtime resident Laverne M. Johnson, descendant of a marriage between the McConnell and Reese families that farmed 160 acres in the area before it became the Lyons Valley Park neighborhood. There are 3 McConnells still here in town, and my kids are named Johnson, and there are no McConnell sons, so I think we're going to expire. It's nice to have the bridge named McConnell, Johnson said. Sam Lounsbury, 303-473-1322, Lounsbury at prairiemountainmedia.com and twitter.com/SamLounds.